What's up, guys? Gary with Infinite Respawn Gaming. Today we're going over how to play spot number 8 on all the glitters opposing canyon. Do you want to call it that? I don't know the other name for this spot, but let's get into it. So I usually like to spawn right here in the center where the green is touching all of the mechs. You want to minimize the time your comm's having to move around. From there, we build this mechs, this mechs, this mechs, and then sometimes I just throw down windmills. I've started to experiment with a solar because the wind on this map can be so finicky. If it just drops down low early on, you get strapped for power pretty quickly. So sometimes a good idea to throw one of these down. Let's check out who else we got here. We got 23 Tarkus right behind me, and then Lathander to my right here. Canyon side is pretty, it's not too bad. We've got our 17 there, and then our weakest player. And then our other weakest player going air. We get this up, and I'll typically build a construction bot, 3 grunts, a construction bot, 3 grunts. The reason I do that is because sometimes they will send in early raids, and you need some light stuff up to guard this area against early raids. After that, I'll build another construction, a res bot or 2, and then 20 thugs, and send all of those to the front line. The res bot's going to eat all of the metal we can find. So the 47 there, 31 here, the 57 here, 58. What was that, 61? I think this pile is probably 90, something like that. First con that comes out, I like to get a construction turret up. Should have been building wind here. I'm power stalled, and this is not an efficient use of my space, so I switched to that. After he gets this con, or the con tower up, he's going to go through and build some wind turbines for more power. But we're going to get these 2 up with our comm, get another solar up, just in case wind drops again. Our grunts are heading up here. I like to get them right in here so we can make sure they don't get out. Blue's doing his thing, getting some scouts up to make sure nobody gets through this area. Got those 2 up. Now my comm's going to go build this mechs, the one up here, and then he's going to be on the front line setting up some towers for us to make sure they can't push out. As long as you can hold this choke point here, you can hold them back in this canyon. Second con's coming out. I'm going to send him up to take all of the mechs over here. I just kind of grabbed area mechs and I can't even show that here, but selected him, did area mechs, and it grabbed all of these. I think blue or green comes in and takes his mechs appropriately, so we're all evenly split. Back to getting a few more grunts out to the front. So I've got these 3 up here. I'm kind of poking around to see if there's any openings here. I saw this pawn here, kind of went to the right and saw his comm walking down. If there's ever nothing up here, push your pawns in and try to get an early raid going to get some damage here and weaken them early on. Soundwave's pushing up like he should, getting grunts out, and then his ally has some grunts out as well, so we're not going to be able to push in. We don't want to just throw these away. We want to have stuff to kind of hold our line and make sure they don't push out and get a raid in on their own, but we've got those out. What are we doing back here on Eco? Still building out the wind turbines here. I have not got this guy to do anything yet. I guess I got him to do a blueprint of more wind turbines over here, so I have more power. A res bot's going around to eat the metal. Let's take a look up here. He's kind of pressing out. He's trying to poke in the bear, see what's going on. I'm trying to just hold this line, make sure he doesn't break out, and I keep my units alive. Comm's coming up here to set up some towers. He's doing the same thing. Little guarded. Other mechs is going through and building, or other 2-1 cons going through and building the mechs for me. Honestly, I'm overflowing power right now, so I get this guy and switch to energy converters. Should probably throw a storage in here next time just so I can store extra power for when the wind drops. He's got some thugs up here now. That's a little worrying, so I pull back because he can outrange the grunts pretty easily here. And then he's got his comm behind repairing, so they're going to be able to take out these 3 towers in this mech. So I get a radar up. This is a nice good place to get it up because they can't really see it from over here. They kind of have to get out of the canyon a little bit to see this and kill it. But I've got my thugs finally coming up here. Resbot, I pressed R to assign him to repair that. And then I'm just kind of moving my grunts around. I've got these hotkeyed to 1. I hotkeyed this to 2, and I'm just trying to make sure he doesn't press out and keep him constrained as long as I can. I come back in a second and reassign this con tower to the bot lab. I gave him to this guy earlier on to get the power going nice and strong, but I should have switched it back to this earlier so we can get more thugs out. We're wasting a little metal. If this isn't close to 0, then you're kind of wasting metal. I don't have the grunts to push in. I kind of just threw those up here. He's got a rocket bot and was able to see that radar and take it out. If we go look at my view here, without the radar, I can't really see what he's got anymore. It's a little dangerous. But if he micros these rockets right, my thugs can't beat him, because the rocket bot range is farther than the thugs, so he can shoot rockets, do damage, and I can. Their walking speed's about the same, so he can pull back and stay safe. So I'm pulling back a little bit. He's kind of winning this right now, just because I don't have enough build power up, and I'm not getting my grunts off fast enough. I've got him going to T2 right after that, because we've got enough grunts here to kind of hold this line. Com's walking around, got him set to area, repair the thugs in here. Com's going to do the same just to make sure these guys are up on full health, keeping them alive as long as I can. A mistake a lot of new people make is not repairing their bots, letting them die. And if you just don't repair these and let them die, going T2 here is a big mistake, because he's going to be able to just press in and win. Got another radar up, so I get good LOS or good radar coverage here. You can see I'm trying to get another con tower up because I don't have enough build power right now. I'm getting too much metal. Probably got all of these hotkeyed to control 1 now, so I can micro them easier, select them easier. I'm going to start hotkeying my lab too, because you can jump around with hotkeys. Like you can just press 1 on your keyboard, and even if you're back here, it'll move you up here. It just saves time from either scrolling on the map or going up to the mini map and clicking to move. Just pressing a number on your keyboard is way faster. Power is kind of low. Having a storage would have prevented me from stalling on power right here, but I'm getting my comm to throw up a few solars. Still just microing these guys, slowly pulling back. I have enough to where if I pressed, I'd win, but I die on his side, so he would get the metal, and that's another big mistake. Where you die is very important. As long as I die behind this line, that's my metal. I can bring my comm up or my resbot up and eat that, and that's mine. If I die back here, that's the area he controls at the moment, and he'll be able to eat that and outscale me. Now, as you can see here, I am doing an awful job at getting my build power up high enough. I've got 1600 metal, way too much. I need more build towers, or at least more cons to help get this done faster, or at least just reassign this guy to come help too. So I do start trying to get an artillery up here, an agitator. We got all of these guys up on the left. I don't know if this was probably a mistake. I probably should not have put them here. I would have liked this to just be a short tower, or a short little wall right here and a short little wall right here. So he's kind of funneled this direction if he tries to come out. But it also is bottlenecking me too, because I can't get all my stuff in to hit him. So yeah, this was not a good move. Would have liked this and this to not be there. There we go, I eat it. As you can see, his range, he's just fighting right on the edge of his range. And my thug's range just does not match up to that. So I've got to be really careful with how I play this. I send 1 in. I think that was just from the rally point of this. But we got this finished up. I like to do an advanced con, 3 of these guys, 1 deceiver, 20 Sheldon. Typically I'll throw in an agua, whatever this is, a radar bot, can't pronounce that, and just throw that on repeat, send that up to the front line so we get that here. If I get some Sheldons up here, I can start winning because Sheldons will outrange that. I can get in and kill all of this stuff as well. Now I don't know how many towers he's got. I don't know how many thugs he's got back here either, just because I don't have that LOS in the actual game. I just know he's up here with his comm healing these. He can't really see me either. He's just kind of shooting blindly at the radar signatures. And then when my metal dropped to almost 0, I did eat that agitator. And then I got a warden up as well. What's going on over here? Why are they pinging so much? Oh, he's in range of that and getting hit. Okay. We're going to stay focused on this lane here and how to win this. So we've got our T2 con from Tech. We switched our towers to assist him and get that done faster. This guy's coming around to give us power because I don't want the wind to drop and stall us on power again. I realized this guy's not doing anything, and I assigned both of my T1 cons to help get the mechs up faster to T2. Another reason I'm doing this is because I don't think the amount of wind I've got here is going to support all of the T2, the mechs that I want to build. So watch this. He pushed up with his thugs. I just kind of spread out. Stayed back as far as I can. I can cede some ground here. If he comes out here, like I said, that's my land, so I can push back in, push him back through the bottleneck, and then I can eat this. He just sat there and took it from my tower. I was bringing my comm up to try and eat that, but he's coming out a little too far, so I can get in and kill some of these. And we get some great wins off of that. Knocked out most of his rocket bots there. He's still got some coverage, so I can't quite get in to eat it all, but I get this guy in and eat, what, maybe 200 of that. I kind of mis-microed him, let him get in range of this tower. I'm still just holding off on pushing in or doing anything, keeping my line while the T2 gets made. Got my 3 Fiends and then a Deceiver, and then Sheldons are going to start coming up here soon. Working on the fusion reactor as well. Probably should have paused this or chose one or the other instead of split my eco like this. That probably wasn't a good idea. And then I also need another... I ate my T1 factory to get to T2. I need some more res bots to come up and eat this. How much is that? 700? Yeah, it's a nice little chunk. Now he's just got missile bots up over here. I don't think missile bots versus thugs... missile bots versus thugs, to me, is not the best combo. Like, you can't really push with this. You can hold a line, but you can't kind of push in and win, because if he pushes in and there's this open ground, I can spread my thugs out and come around and flank him, and I would win this. And as you can see, every time he tries to push, I'm able to easily just shove him back down the canyon. What is he doing over here? He's trying to go T2 as well. I beat him there. Got T2 a little faster. Fiends are up here, going to send them in to try and do some damage. I kind of would not have done this again. That probably wasn't a good call, because he's got the comm there, all these towers, and then the warden as well, so I didn't get a whole lot for that trade. Trying to get another warden up here, just so I can control this area here a little bit better. Got my first Sheldon up. The Deceiver is going to follow him. Still throwing out more Sheldons. We're going to get 20 of that. And then with our other Deceiver, we'll be able to push in a little bit. With just this one we've got, we can start hitting the towers. And you can see he's got to pull back a little bit. He can't hold this choke point, so I'm going to end up getting the metal that's right there. He does have a Deceiver and a radar bot, and he is working on getting his own Sheldon up, but I'm a little bit faster than him, so I'm able to get the first hit in and start pushing him back. Got a few more con towers up here so that I can eventually lay down my T2 eco expansion. We're just continuing to pound on what we can with this Sheldon here. Now he's got this con tower to eat a little bit of this as well. Green got a few gauntlets up. That's helping me a lot with pressing in, suppressing Legato from doing anything. Let's look at the player view here so I can see his radar signatures like this, and my Sheldon are just trying to pound that. He can actually see my Sheldon. I'm sending thugs in to get actual LOS so I can hit things accurately. I wonder, what is he? Is it the radar that's giving him that LOS? Yeah, I think it is. So I end up just sending my thugs in to push him. I've got my... I think I've got more thugs coming up, right? Or more Sheldons. So I've got 17. Yeah, I queued up another T2, 3 more Fiends, Deceiver, Radar Bot, and 20 more Sheldon. And then I also threw in, a lot of people don't use this, but there's a page 2. Threw in 10 Termites as well. They are spider bots, so they can just walk right over these cliffs here. And we're going to utilize those pretty well later. My Thug push just got eaten by the Sheldons, and how much did he end up getting for that? A couple hundred metal we gave him. So I was talking about earlier, it's really important where you die. Now he's just here trying to hold the ground. I don't agree with building these guards here, because the Sheldons can easily outrange those and destroy them. So to me, that's just a wasted metal. He should spend that on T2. And as you can see, he's very weak on metal right now. He just needs to be focusing on more Sheldons and not so much the defensive buildings. If he's going to build any defensive buildings, I would go with Dragon's Maws, because those look like walls. You could easily squeeze those in with some wall. I wouldn't be able to tell until they popped up to shoot the Sheldons, so that'd be a good countermeasure. Let's look at this here, so he can see that. Yeah, that radar was doing a lot more damage to me than I thought it was. More fiends are coming out. And then I'm going to throw some sumos up as well. I got this done, and my metal is doing pretty well, so I probably should have selected this and continued to expand my eco there. But I throw up a T1 bot here, or T1 bot lab here with my comm, and then I'm just kind of spamming grunts. 1, to keep him back a little bit, and 2, to give me LOS for these guys. Because I don't have radar coverage deep in here. I'm still getting pings, but oh yeah, because of this, I do have radar coverage there. But finally, let me take out this radar tower here so he doesn't have that LOS in the corridor. And then I can start pushing up a little bit. This guy is starting to spam this direction. Yeah, he can see that I've got my Sheldon in here. So he starts pushing up to try and counter that a little bit. I'm microing my Sheldon pretty well to avoid getting in range of those guys. Another thing, because I know I've got this deceiver here, sometimes I put these on hold fire so I can move into a position where I can get clean shots off without him seeing my Sheldons. We'll see if I can show that in a second here. There we go. Got a few res bots out of that lab so we can eat this 1k metal. We've got our termites coming up here. And we're going to focus on microing this. So yeah, they're on hold fire right now. Let's look at this. So they're not shooting. He might know they're here. Yeah, he knows they're there because of this. Okay, dang. But I've got my res bots up here eating all the metal I can. And then they're just going to heal my Sheldon force. There's a little blind spot right here for him. Okay. So they're all on hold fire. He might know they're there because of this. Yeah. Okay, cool. I can see that. I kill it. And then what gives him LOS over here? Is it these maybe? Is the Sheldon's LOS that far? Or is it this radar? Oh, the plane's flying in to scout. And then I think we have a player drop here in a sec. We got 28 Sheldons on the front. More termites coming up. Comm's building some anti-air because I saw that air scout fly in. Got a little worried that their air might be trying to do a bombing run. Looks like that was not a valid concern. He's just got some fighters up. Pretty weak air player, so that good balance against our weak air player. We keep trying to push in here a little bit. We've got more Sheldons than he does. We want to hide behind these grunts. We want to let the grunt run out to draw their fire, and then our Sheldon can push in behind them to get some good hits off. Because unless he's microing these super close and just holding fire on the grunts and then attacking my Sheldon, that's just going to give me some free hits. And blue gets to use the massive number of blitz tanks that were back there to do a good run for us. Make red shift over to the side. Termites are coming in to get on top of this cliff here. Sheldons are coming in because I see blues going deep down here. That means they're going to be drawing their stuff over this way to stop blue. So I should have a clean lane to shoot in. Let's go to my player view. So I know his Sheldons are over here from the fires. I also know his comms right there.
Commander destroyed.
And we get a good kill there. That takes out most of his Sheldons, so we're able to push up now. He's only got 3. No challenge against mine. Yellow's pinging about this, but we hit that. I see this other comm, so we killed the other comm here as well. Termites are spreading out to go over the cliffs where they can't really stop them. And then we're going to start pushing in a little bit more here. I think I adjust this to send out some res bots in the future so we can eat some of the metal in here. There's a lot of it. Biggest thing with Sheldons, just make sure you have those cloakers, and then you make sure you keep them away from the front line. We're right on the edge of this mammoth's line of fire. It's taking out the termites, but that's fine. We're going to kill it with our Sheldons. We got 2 left we can send in, and we just kind of go off this way to let them do some damage. And then we start pushing in with our Sheldon here. He's got spam coming up. That is pretty good counter to the Sheldon, so we want to be careful with that. Luckily, blue's got our back. He's spamming as well down this corridor because he's got green's extra eco now. This is exactly what I like the player behind me to do. Any kind of spam to give me LOS so I can push my Sheldon up. And then we can just pound on this player, wipe him out. As you can see, red is trying to help send in spam to block my Sheldon. Player over here also starts switching to light spam to push in and try and stop these, but to no avail. We've got our Resbots in here eating the comm, and the rest of this 8, 9k metal, we're able to just push up in here, and it's pretty much a GG from here. Red's pulling back to try and stop me, which leaves this part more vulnerable than he needs it to be. He really needs to be able to send those light spam up into the snipers here. But because he's over here microing against me, he doesn't notice the snipers coming up, loses his comm, and blue is able to push in there. Arcanian also did a really good job of holding out. And then we kind of just say, hey, we're going to take acceptable losses after we kill this guy and push in so we can get the spam over here, or the spam generators. I did not notice they sent that in. Some of my grunts and then a fiend survived back here. I didn't notice that. Blue's also getting some rovers stacking up. But we're able to push in, knock out the spam here. I kind of just sent these guys in and just forgot about them. I've got my sumos, got the termites up here still. I was too focused on micro in the front. I came back and threw down a T2 blueprint for my eco scaling. We come back up, we start going to the right. We send our grunts and our fiend to the right, and then that's pretty much it. Canyon's done. They have nothing to stop the progression into them from the side here. Let's just watch this. Should have been microing this a little bit better. Taking out those would have been a nice chain. But I see this explosive eco, so I hit that. Fiend's got 19 kills. We can just take out all of these nice and easily. We're going to keep pushing in this way. They start resigning. We're almost to the big juicy eco part over here. We take this out so this chains a little bit. And then they surrender. GG. So that is how I like to play position number 8, opposing canyon front, I guess we'll call it. If you're position 7, the one right back here, your goal is to just spam and support the front player, which worked beautifully in this. I think that's about it for this one. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. Give me a thumbs up if you liked this, so YouTube knows I'm doing good stuff. Hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on the content I'm putting out. And if you want to come hang out with myself and the Infinite Respawn crew, look in the description. The link to the Discord is there. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.